Gemini, this is Erica, and I'll be doing your kind of late mid-monthly general reading for July 2019. This is good for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and anywhere else that Gemini is significant in your chart. Time is fluid, so this could be going on now, or this could be happening later on. If it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, that just means it's not for you. So don't try to make it fit. Don't get confused by things and, you know, drive yourself insane. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, check your other signs as well. Check out other readers here on YouTube. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe if you have already. Thank you so very, very much. Alright. So the first card I'm going to pull is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Let's see what the general direction spiritually you'll be going at this point in time. Alright. Alright, Spirit. What do you want Gemini to know right now? One card. What do you want Gemini to know right now? Alright, thank you, angels. Yep. Alright, so we have the medicine wheel in reverse. So, I'm going to read from the book, because I'm still learning all these lovely cards. 35. Alright. You must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose your opportunity. There are many ways and many paths. Choose one that you resonate with, the most with. Once you have found it, the only mistake you can make is not to follow it. Go boldly. Alright, so seems that Spirit wants you to be working on healing right now. Or that you are already working on healing right now. So now I'm going to get 3 cards from this deck and see what messages angels have for you. Alright, angels, what messages do you have for my Geminis for mid-month July? What messages do you have for my Geminis right now? What messages do you have for my Gemini right now? 2 more. Alright. Sorry. Alright, what messages do you have for my Gemini right now, angels? What do you want my Geminis to know at this point in time? Okay, I like it. First card out, man holding a heart. Alright. What else do you want my Geminis to know at this point in time? Well, that's too many. But Door to Valley did pop out, so we'll see if it pops back out. What other messages do you have for my Geminis right now at this point in time? Again, too much. Apparently, they have a lot to tell you. 1, 2. Alright. Well, geez. Now we have the man holding the coin. What are y'all... okay, y'all are doing some stuff, right? Alright, one more for my Geminis. That's too much, but I'm going to show you Appreciation reversed and the Yang card. Maybe need to take more action in appreciating what you already have in order to get to where you want to go. Alright, one more. Alright. Rest and rejuvenation. Now time to clarify. Clarify man holding a heart for me. Clarify man holding a heart for me. One more. Good. Why does sometimes my knuckles like need to be cracked so bad? I don't know why. Alright, so let's see. Why is man holding a heart here for my Geminis? Well, you could be in a time or space right now that you're ready to be vulnerable. You're ready for a new start. You're ready for some romance and love in your life. Some stability, some actual, a relationship that can actually grow into something. You could be in a period of healing, which is why the medicine wheel is here. And because of the healing, yeah, look. Thank you, Jesus. Because of the healing, all right, this is the Four of Swords reversed. This is coming out of a meditative state, like you're doing your healing, you're doing your contemplation, your meditation, you're doing your healing work. When it is time to come out of there, I'm not sure if it is already the time. Obviously, for some of you, you've already done the work. For others of you, you are completing it, or you're moving to a new cycle where this door will be open for you. But the thing is, the door is going to come in hot. All right. Why is my angle? Let me move this back a little. All right. You have the four, that's two fours as well. You have two aces, two new beginnings, and you have two fours. You have a 9 here. All right. Cycles are ending. Cycles of solitude, cycles of pain, of hurt, of regret, cycles of codependent relationships and behavior, they're ending. And because of you doing the healing, 3 + 5 is 8. You're manifesting what you really want out of life. And this is what you really want. A solid foundation. You could be meeting somebody at a celebration, a party, a get-together, some kind of group gathering. Or, obviously you can meet somebody out of the blue. But it's going to be something that it's going to feel really good for you. It's going to feel really solid. So, this card flipped out. And usually when it's this way, I take it this way. Alright. So, with the 7 of Swords, I feel like right now it's more so that you're taking back what's been stolen from you. In the past, the relationship could have really taken your joy, your happiness, your self-worth. And you are finally getting to the point where you know that you can be, look at this. You are getting to the point where you know you can have what you want. That if you want, a good relationship, you are going to manifest it. Because you know that what it takes to manifest something positive, is how you feel about yourself. And in the past, you see how there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 of Swords is all about to me, like pettiness and gossip and malicious talk. So somebody in the past could have been very verbally abusive to you. I'm hearing also it could have been a parent. And because of that, you kind of let people mistreat you in the past. You let people say things like, man, if you were prettier or if you were smaller, I would be more apt to be with you or treat you better, or you're never going to find somebody looking the way you look, or, being as broke as you are, or whatever, liking the things that you do. And so you might have internalized that throughout your life and not really realizing that you kept attracting people that never saw your value. And the ones that did see your value, you kind of self-sabotaged it, and you never let yourself be with the nice girl or the nice guy. You were more attracted to the bad girl, bad boy type because subconsciously, that was reaffirming, your belief system of that you weren't good enough. But you finally decided that you were going to go ahead and take back take back your power. And taking back your mental power, knowing that, depending on how you feel about yourself, you realize is how other people are going to see you. And so you're growing right now in life. You're growing. And it's a slow and steady growth, but it's a growth nonetheless. And because of this growth, look at all this yellow. There is so much happiness going on here. And also, it's like third chakra, you know, solar plexus power. You're being confident. You're being, you know, sexy. And people are becoming attracted to that. And that all comes also from healing. You're dumping all that old baggage behind. You're leaving those toxic behaviors, those toxic relationships, those toxic friendships. You're leaving it on the past because you realize that ain't nobody got time for that shit, right? You want to be happy, and you decided you're going to do what it takes to be happy. And you're going to get that growth. You're going to get that stability. You're going to get that money. You're going to get that new passionate start. You're going to get those new creative projects that you could have been wanting to think of, a business idea that you can make money off of, something you love doing. And by healing these old wounds and opening up your heart more and becoming more vulnerable and knowing that you're ready to love because you're finally comfortable in your own skin, that new ideas are going to start flowing. So this is awesome. Good for you. I'm proud. So let's get some advice. What advice do you have for Gemini regarding man holding the heart? You could be in a more masculine energy right now, where you're taking charge. You're going after the things that you want. All right. Ooh. So we have the Two of Cups with the Knight of Cups reversed and Temperance reversed. All right. And so for the advice, what I'm hearing is that make sure that you're comfortable with who you are first. As you become comfortable with who you are, that's what's going to attract better relationships into your life, because you attract who you are, right? Don't be so hasty to find somebody new. Don't be so hasty to, I'm hearing when you meet somebody, don't be so hasty to like, either be overly emotional or don't shut down. Like, don't put your guard up because you automatically are kind of triggered from past relationships. You know, balance and moderation is needed. But you're still on the healing path. So like I said, love, for some, love is here because you've done the work, but for others, there's still a little more ways to go. But you'll know when you're ready. And when you're ready, that's when this person will come. That's when the person will come. And also I'm hearing that the person that you might meet could be a water or fire, something. They could have water or fire in their chart. And like I say, doesn't have to be the rising or the sun sign. It could be their Venus, Mars, whatever. So the person you can meet, they could actually be a little guarded and they need healing themselves. But by you being, you know, in tune with your star player and been doing healing, y'all might help heal each other, but you will be able to show this person the way of, hey, you know, you might have not had good relationships before, but this is why. Like, taking a look at your, you know, how do you feel about yourself? What behaviors do you accept from other people that are not good? Like, what is your self-esteem like? And these are little, you know, tips and tricks that I've learned to help my confidence in myself. And so it'll be a really good, you're going to open their eyes a little more to, you know, how things work spiritually. So that's beautiful. All right. So I'm going to take these. I was saying in the other videos, I want to buy another additional deck so I don't have to, so I can keep everything out on the table. But not able to right now. In the future. All right. So man holding coin. Clarify man holding coin for me. Clarify man holding a coin. Also, I feel like if you meet somebody, if you're a male or if you are a masculine energy, you may be very intuitive yourself. His long hair for me is very, like, it's what's called, it's a symbol of intuition for me. That's why the Native Americans believed that, you know, their hair was their source of power, because it was their intuition. And what was it, World War II? When they were being put into the military, American military realized that when they cut their hair, it's like they lost their tracking abilities. They lost their, like, hunting abilities, like hunting people. They lost their abilities, so they made a special exception for Native Americans to be able to keep their hair. And if you're a feminine or a female, you might be meeting a man, the man that's going to come along, or whoever, you know, man or woman, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The masculine energy that you end up meeting, they could have long hair, but they could be very intuitive themselves. All right, so man holding a coin. Why is man holding a coin here? You might have some options too. Could be between, like I said, somebody that is more romantic, somebody that's more, you know, open emotionally, and then somebody that's more about, like, his money, somebody that knows how to invest money and get a return on it, that's very abundant. But it also could be the same person, because they do look a lot alike. It's just this dude looks like a younger version of this dude. It could be somebody that is young but has an old soul. And so somebody that, you know, is able to be emotionally available, but also is very mature. So maybe water and has water and earth in their chart, right? All right. So man holding a coin. Please clarify man holding a coin for me. One more. Two more. All right. One more. Alright, why is man holding a coin here for Gemini? Clarify man holding a coin. Alright. Alright, so interesting enough, now this time the Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse. So if it's two different people, then one person you feel like you see a future with, and the other person you're really not too sure of. Oh, Knight of Cups. Well, then that can mean, okay, so either you see a future with this one more so, but the one you're not actually sure about, or you could be going vice versa on a same person that you might end up meeting. That you're like, well, you know, when they're like this, I do see a future with them. But when they're in their money mode, I'm not really sure. Or it could just mean a delay for if there's two different people. But this person, I know it's confusing. Like I said, take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? And if it doesn't make sense now, watch it in a couple of weeks. But this person, even though there might be a delay, okay. This person, there might be a delay because they have their guard up. They have their guard up, but they want to offer love. And the reason why they have their guard up, because in the past, they had a very uneven, unbalanced relationship. It could have been with somebody that, you know, they gave more effort to and their efforts weren't reciprocated. They gave more love to and it wasn't reciprocated. It could have been with somebody that made them feel really unbalanced. So therefore, to get into a new relationship, they're scared because of they don't want to get taken advantage of again. They might be in a process of healing themselves and trying to learn how to balance their head and their heart. See? So the thing is, there is a potential with this person for a happy relationship or a happy partnership, but it's like this person's so guarded sometimes, though, is that I don't even think they know what they want. They know they want to move forward in a relationship, but they feel like they're too scared because of what's happened in the past. So it's like they're stuck in a decision. They don't know. They're not sure if they want to move forward or not. Let me see how you feel about this person. How does Gemini feel about this person? Yeah, you feel like there's no potential here. And that's the crazy thing. So, like I said, there might be two different people going on, where you might meet somebody that they seem available, emotionally ready. They, you know, say they want a relationship, but you, I mean, it might actually look good because these were really good cards. So there's a possible new beginning for two different people. But for this one, it's a kind of a little shaky. But the thing is, this one has the 10 of Cups. So this one might be more suited for long term, but you're going to have to go through more BS. And is that really worth it? I don't know. Honestly, I'd probably go with the person that's really ready and not guarded and scared. But at the end of the day, let's see. What advice do you have for Gemini regarding man holding coin? All right, so we have the 7 of Wands. So I'm hearing it's just that about, well, damn, Gemini, you got the 2 of Cups for this person too. Let me get one more card. So either of these really have the potential of growing into something compatible. I think with this one, it will have more of a potential of a long-lasting energy. Ooh, if I can grab it. Alright, so we have the 7 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Star reversed. So I feel like with this person, I think they're healing as well. They're healing from a past relationship that it's left them really guarded. And I feel like with you, the advice is that you need to stand firm in what you want. If they're not able to give you the emotional availability, if they're not able to give you commitment, if they're not able to meet you halfway, you know, they're not going to be the one for you. But if they can meet you halfway, even though when you stand your ground, even though, you know, you fight for what you want, there could be a commitment here. It could be a really good union. But I feel like that don't waste too much energy into a potential person. And what I mean is that the more you try with this person, the less you might get because they're so guarded. With this one, you have to give them space. You know, wait for them to offer you a commitment or relationship. Wait for them to do some more healing, because this is a healing card for me as well. So they still got more healing to do because these are both in reversed. And it's going to be on a spiritual level as well. But use your intuition, because at the end of the day, it's all about choices. You have choices right now. You are confident. You're in your power. You're doing the damn thing, which is why you have choices and why you have so many people that are vying for your attention. But the part of choices is being responsible enough to make the right choice. Okay? Because like I said, either can go well, but it seems like with this one, it's going to be a little bit more of a headache. This also can be somebody from your past as well. And if it's somebody from your past, if you don't want to give them the time of day, then don't. Even though it was a really good connection, because there's too much baggage that you are in a really good place in your life where you don't want to let that baggage come back. Because if you were to let that baggage come back in, then you would have to go through another healing phase, and you don't want to do that again, right? So just be very mindful of the people that come into your life, where they are in their spiritual journey, in their healing journey, in their own journey in life. If they're emotionally available or not. You know, just because you feel a connection with somebody doesn't mean they are a good fit for you. And the person coming back, I mean, it might be time to let things go. You have the Ten of Pentacles was showing itself earlier while I was shuffling. So if somebody's coming back, you need to let it die. And by letting things die is going to help open the door for somebody that can be a really solid suitor for you. Alright. We're still in Mercury retrograde, okay? I think until August, until the beginning of August. So with Mercury retrograde, a lot of the past is being brought back to us. So don't think it's weird and crazy and fate. Well, it's kind of fate in a way. That you have exes returning and that y'all are almost trying to like start again. During Mercury retrograde, you will always have your past come back, whether it be old friends or old relationships or old issues you thought you've dealt with. Also, your electronics are not going to have fun, and your car, it's a lot of miscommunication and all that stuff. But it's to get you to see what loose ends you haven't tied up yet. And by tying up loose ends, that gives room for new beginnings and expansion, okay? The more loose ends you tie up and get rid of and fully close out a cycle gives more room to begin a new one. So let's see why rest and rejuvenation is here for my Geminis. Why is rest and rejuvenation here? Why is rest and rejuvenation here for my Geminis? One more. Alright. Clarify rest and rejuvenation for my Geminis. What are you trying to tell them? Just to let you know, so you see how this person's hands are here? Don't pay attention to my nails. That's actually a mudra. M-U-D-R-A. Mudras are hand positions that are meant to direct the flow and energy of your body. So doing that kind of mudra, I know I'm not doing it correctly, but anyways, it helps bring calmness and peacefulness and tranquility. So I know with Geminis, anxiety and restlessness is a really big thing that we deal with. So try meditation and try putting your hands like that to help calm the body and calm the energy. And you can also Google other mudras that help balance chakras, open chakras, and help for certain like focus. There's one for focus. It's a ton of things. It's something interesting to look into. Alright, why is rest and rejuvenation here? So we have the Queen of Cups. So you could have been finally, I mean, I think it actually ties in with healing. You're still in a healing phase right now because you're aiming to be emotionally mastered. You want to be in a place where your emotions do not rule you. And you could be in that space because of, interesting. You could be in that space because of, you feel like things aren't going your way. You feel like things aren't going your way, but also that I feel like Spirit is not letting you go into a new cycle because you're learning to balance your head and your heart. You're learning, you're a twin, right? The Gemini, the twin. You're learning to be the Queen of Swords, but also be the Queen of Cups. And they usually don't work together because see how their backs are turned on each other? And so it's not much cooperation going on right now. So Spirit is maybe, you know, that's why you're still healing. You're still in the medicine wheel cycle, you know, because there's still a little bit more balance to get to where you can still be emotionally available. You can be emotionally open to people, but without being drowned in emotion, but also be able to use your logic. And that's the one good thing about, well, not one good thing. That's one of the many good things about Geminis is that if we see a situation that is emotionally negative, usually we can use our logic and move forward from it. We're able to make those hard choices. You know, some people might say, man, Geminis are cold. You know, they just left that person without any, you know, without saying anything, da-da-da. Well, did you know that Gemini had to leave that person because that person was so toxic, it was like walking around with a ball and chain. And so in order for the Gemini to grow and to be happy and to progress, they needed to leave that person behind. And the best thing to do is just run. It's just go. Because at the end of the day, words will fall flat on deaf ears. I think that's how it goes. But words, people will not care about words unless it has something that like of interest to them, unfortunately. So if you tell somebody, you know, you've hurt me and, you know, I was really hurt by what you did and what you said and da-da-da, most people will turn that shit back on you and be like, well, the reason why I did that is because you blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, cool, I'm glad we somehow still made the conversation about you, buddy. So sometimes the best reply is no reply and the absence of being around, right? So you're learning still to balance that head and heart space. And I think that meditation is going to be very key right now. You can also listen to on YouTube different meditations for different chakras. And like heart, I think the heart will be a good one to start with. Because as a Gemini, we are very air-based. So we are very good at making decisions void of emotion. Or we're able to repress the emotion in order to make a logical decision. So getting in touch with our emotions and being vulnerable and being able to communicate our hurt in a healthy way is hard. So doing heart chakra meditations and activations would actually help balance that out more. You could also wear the color green too as well. Or buy green candles and meditate with them. Alright, we have the Seven of Pentacles reverse. I feel like you might feel kind of lost on like what your next move is. You're not sure because it's like the things that you're waiting for a harvest, for a return for, you're not seeing it. And because you're not seeing it, it also kind of has you out of balance because you're like, you know, I'm working so hard on myself and on my life. Why am I not seeing the fruits of my labor? 10 of Cups again. Even though you're not seeing the manifestation of your stuff physically, stay in a good positive vibration. Stay emotionally satisfied and appreciative of what you have now, because that's what's going to help bring in your harvest sooner rather than later. And keep focused, I'm hearing. Keep focused, I'm hearing on, keep focused on your goals. Don't be in and out of one day you're like, oh, I do want a relationship. And the next day you're like, nah, I just want to, you know, bang people. One day you're like, oh, I want to find love. And the other day you're like, F love, it's stupid. Be focused and determined in what you want and only do things that grow what you want. Try to calm impulsivity right now. You know, if you're about to make a decision regarding a creative project, regarding money, regarding a relationship, try not to be so impulsive about what you do. Sit down and really weigh the pros and cons and see, is it what you really want, and is it in your best interest to do that at this point in time. But you have this is the second time also that the Ace of Pentacles came out. So the thing is that you have a lot of new beginnings coming for you. You have a lot of emotional satisfaction coming for you. And you have stability coming for you. You just have to stay focused and work on balancing your heart and your mind a little bit more, because there's still some healing to be done. There's still some healing to be done. Like the medicine wheel was saying, you know, find a modality of healing, one that resonates the most with you, and stick to it. See, this one is more bored and apathy, and like the universe is trying to give you a new beginning in love and self-love, and you're kind of like, yeah, but I'm focused on other things. I'm focused on other people, or I'm focusing on just partying. But here is that you're finally waking up to what the universe is trying to tell you and what the universe is trying to give you. You're waking up to, you know, that you have everything you need right now. You have everything you need right now. Just use your intuition as you move forward. Don't use what the eyes can see. Guard your heart from being overly emotional, but use your intuition. You're having to use solely off of what Spirit is trying to tell you and what you sense from your body and any decisions that you have to make. Let me get one more and then we'll go to advice. Oh shit, we're already at 35 minutes. Good God. Oh, that's way too many. But we have the 5 of Swords that popped back up, or popped out. And if it pops back up, that means it's meant to be. So one more card. Or 2. Alright, so the 7 of Cups with the 9 of Cups. You're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have a lot of people coming your way. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of things and projects. And I'm here. You're going to have a lot of dreams that you're going to have to really decipher of what Spirit is trying to tell you at this point. Because you might start getting sidetracked thinking you want this or thinking you want that. And well, this looks good, but it actually isn't. And this doesn't look good, but it actually is. You're going to have to get really in tune with yourself. And like I said, using discernment, using your intuition, and not focusing so much on what the eye can see and what the heart wants. Because sometimes the heart can be deceiving, right? Sometimes the mind can be deceiving. So right now it's a really good time to connect to Spirit, because there are not, sometimes reverse, this is more about like deep-seated wish fulfillment. All right, you're looking for not just surface things. You're not looking just for, oh yeah, I just want a brand new car. I would love to have a new house, which those things are awesome, but you're looking more at like, I want peace. I want contentment. I want connections. I want family. I want love. I want love for myself. I want to be happy and satisfied in life, right? I'll move that over. All right, so what advice do you have for Gemini regarding the Rest and Rejuvenation card? That's way too many. What advice do you... Again, see, came out again, Scorpio, death. If there is people in your life that make you feel less than abundant, less than happy, less than, amazing, that they bring down your energy and your aura, let them go. Let that die, because letting those things die in your life is what's going to bring better things. What other advice do you have for Geminis regarding rest and rejuvenation? And during this time of meditating and working on yourself, that's when you might realize what you need to let go of. Yeah, make the decision that no matter what, you're going to be going to your victory. And whatever you have to let die, you're going to let die. You're going to let all those things, those old beliefs about yourself, that you need somebody, or that you need a particular person, or that you need a particular job to feel happy, you're going to let those things die, because it doesn't make you feel good. And what is the point of holding on to things that don't make you feel good? I'm not saying you're supposed to feel 100% all the time, but at the same token, if our people are bringing your energy down, you don't have time for that, because you are so focused on being happy with or without anybody. And because you're in that energy, good things are coming. You have victory here. You have victory here because you are, again, you are at any cost going towards your victory, towards your happiness. And people are looking at you because they're like, good God, Gemini is confident. Gemini is assertive. Gemini is happy, and that's why so many people are looking at you, because you are in such a place of personal power. Because of that, communicate effectively to the universe what you want. What do you want to receive right now? What do you want to be right now? What are your goals? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Make a very clear-cut picture of the future or the near future that you want, because you have what you say and you have what you put your emotions and intention into. Okay, so let's see if there's any additional messages or advice that Spirit has for you. Any additional messages or advice for my Geminis? We have can't move on, go within to seek. Okay. Let me get one more. Can't move on, go within to find the answers you seek, and in a month. Well then, so somebody may be coming back that can't move on from you. Like I said, it might be that Scorpio. Or, yeah, this is maybe a Scorpio. Have Scorpio in their chart somewhere. But somebody that is very insecure, could be very manipulative emotionally, that doesn't have a very high self-esteem of themselves. Somebody that is very good at repressing emotion, that on the outside they'd be like, I don't give a fuck, but on the inside they're dying because they're too prideful to, you know, show how they really feel, or they just don't know how to process emotions. They could be have addictions. What else am I getting from this person? Could be somebody that just has a lot of unhealthy behaviors and patterns about themselves. And that could be a wide range for everybody. All right. So they can't move on. So in a month, they might be coming back to your ass. But you need to stop entertaining the BS. Remember what I said? Let old things die in order for new things to come in. And go within to find the answers you seek. Because obviously, you might hear me and be like, oh, but I love this person. I would love to see them. But if once you go in and do your meditation and your heart, you know, chakra balancing, you might realize, damn, you know, I was only wanting them for reasons that came out of an unhealthy space. And now that I'm doing healing, and now that I'm really realizing more about myself and who I am and the person I deserve, like, ugh, I don't want that person. That would be like me driving a Lexus and going back to like a Kia. Not saying Kias are bad, but I'm saying, you know, Lexuses are nice. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense to downgrade. Not to sound mean, but it is what it is, because energy is energy. Why would you want negative pulling energy around you? That just means that you are going to get pulled down as well. That's the way energy works. If you don't believe me, study quantum physics. Okay? So, I hope that resonates with you, Gemini. Like I said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. And as always, y'all have a fantastic month. Love and light.